Complex algorithms are common and they affect people. It's important to design user agency in systems that use this complex algorithm. An example of such algorithm is text summarization. To investigate how to develop user agency in a case of text summarization, we developed a system called Living Document. Living Document has two parts. The user interface was created with Vue.js, and we have a Vue editor, which contains the summary text. There are two main interactions we provide, being able to generate an initial document and being able to modify this document. The user is able to add links to create this initial introduction. And then when this is provided, the user can then change a sentence, change words, add new sections, add new links to modify the summary text. And we have this concept graph that visualizes the summary text. On the back end, we have the text processing pipeline. First off, it works by first gathering and scraping the article source that either the user or the system provides. And it determines the important sentences based on using the summarizer that the system is currently using. After summarizing each article, and we get a list of sentences that a list of the important sentences from them. We extract triples, which is basically the subject and object portion of this, and build a concept graph. And we try to cluster nodes that are similar together and order the sentences that are provided to the user based on this. Now, when the users interact with our system by doing all the interface interactions we provided for them, it affects the concept graph to the extent that nodes can be removed, nodes can be added. And this is basically our architecture. Basically, the interactions have to go on to affect every part of the our system. To study this, we worked with Prolific and recruited about 25 participants, and we had different news article topics. Basically wanted to see if we preferred agency and also if they learned using our system. Our results show that they did learn about the topic they were interested in, and also they felt control, which did not necessarily have a direct impact on their trust in the system, but they were able to give a high level description of how our system works. What we were able to show that it's possible to design for agency without affecting the base algorithm, and user agency can be a way to look at human-centered explainable AI. Our method basically found units of our output and try to visualize it and use it to provide interactions for the users. In conclusion, it's possible to create agency over a complex algorithm like text summarization, and we're able to evaluate this to be true. Future work includes, providing more functionality for our system, which includes, making the concept graph that visualizes output more interactive. Thank you.